Hello everybody, it's your boy, it's your man, Ike once again. Thanks for watching, thanks for sharing, and thanks for liking. Don't forget to click the bell again so that anytime I share a video, you'll be the first person to watch, okay? Anytime. So I'm back again. Let's talk about my story. I told you I'm gonna motivate somebody with my story, and today is gonna be another day. Last week, or the last time I posted a video, I spoke about how high school treated me. Today, I'm gonna continue from there. If you haven't watched from last week, go back and then listen to what happened in high school, and that would make you understand how this video is all about. It will actually open your mind on what this is, all what this is about. Remember, I started from where I'm from, where I was born, how I got to where I am now. So now, I'm going step by step from where I was born, which was in the first video, where I happened to be, and then in my high school days, and now today I will continue and then finish with high school. Now let's go straight to the point. This is it. So last time I posted a video, in the last video, a friend texted me, and that person is one of my friends, actually a high school mate. His name is Ziggy. Ziggy Banton. So Ziggy texts me, and Ziggy is like, oh, wow, now it all makes sense. So I just thought about it, and I'm like, oh, wait. So people saw me struggling, but what happened? They couldn't do anything about it? Or is it because probably they couldn't have done anything about it? Now, Ziggy realized that, oh yes, I saw this guy in a certain way which I didn't understand, and now based on what he's saying, now I know why he was like that. Exactly. Sometimes when you're going through struggles, people don't really know how or why you are going through something like that until you tell your story, and your story will motivate somebody. I believe my story will motivate somebody, and they will know that they are not alone. Whatever that they are going through, somebody has been there before. And then, if you think yours is worse, someone's is far, far worse than yours. People have been through stuff that yours is even smaller. Let me not waste time. Let me just go straight to the point. Now, listen carefully. One time, remember I told you last week in my video that I had this amazing school son, right? Yes, this school son was doing what? He was putting his food, keeping his food in my chop box, because when he keeps it in his chop box, then the seniors will go upstairs, and then we call something hassle. They take their food from them, whether you like it or not, you give it to them. That is just what it is. That was back then in high school. I don't know what happens now in high school, but back then in high school, seniors can do whatever they want with your own belongings. So my school son used to store his food in my chop box. Now something happened. It's funny. Now listen. One day my school son came to get his food. Something to eat, not like get it away, but to eat. He eats from me, my place, in my dormitory by my bed, and then he goes back. One day he came to eat, and then when he opened my chop box, there wasn't no food left. Now this is what he said. In my head, I'm like, listen, I was practically relying on his food in, extremely needy days. Like, if I know there is nothing, if I go by the, dining hall and I get nothing to eat, then I will have to rely on his food. And, it's somebody's food. I can't eat, enough to actually satisfy me, but something to keep me throughout the night, But, when he came to eat, there wasn't nothing in there. And I couldn't give him any answer because there was nothing I could say about it. I just, ignored like I didn't hear. Not because I wanted to eat his food, but because there's nothing. I had to so that I can survive. Thank God he was, lucky. He was able to go to the dining hall and all of that. So when it comes to me, it's mostly about what, like, something like snack or, a little bit of something to, maybe he feels like eating, so he just comes in to eat something little and then goes away. Unlike me, that I can't go to the dining hall, so I have to rely on that sometimes. Now, I'm in Form 3 now, okay? And then in Ghana, people know that before, high school was what? 3 years. Now, Form 3, first term, we had to start making preparations to do what? To do our registrations, to write our final exams. You can't just go to school and then, avoid writing your final exams, as in, the WAEC exams. Then what did you go to school for? Now, registration fee was a bit of an issue. Before I was able to pay, or before I can pay the registration fee, or before I can qualify to write the exams, now this is what I have to do. Remember that I always had arrears from first year, first term, second term, third term. There's always an arrears. There's always a carry forward of debt. Now Form 2, I still had arrears, carry forward of debt. Now I'm in Form 3. Now before I can qualify to write the WAEC exams, which is the WAEC exams, think about it. I have to pay all the arrears that I owe. That's the first part. Secondly, I have to then pay the first term, which is Form 3 first term fees. That's 2. Now I have to pay the registration, which is 3. And then I have to pay the following 2 terms school fees. So I have to pay all these. Now, if I had money, I would have paid, I wouldn't have left arrears for the subsequent years and terms that I was in school. But I didn't have, so I had all these arrears. How do I pay? And where do I even start from? It was a very big struggle. Now, guess what? I had to go home. I went home, spoke with my mother that I'm coming for registration fee. My mother tried find ways and means, to mobilize money, got some loans from people all over, but it was still not enough to pay my registration, not to talk about the rest of the debt that I owe in school. So I had to come to school with a lot that my mother got. I paid, and I have to pay the rest so that they can register me for the exams. Now, I did. And guess what I did? I spoke with my school son, Kwame Ofusu Edia. And then he said, you can speak with my mother, right? I said, oh, okay. So I called his mother, spoke with her, and the mother said, I will hear back from her. So now the mother called her husband, who was then in London, Mr. Edia. Mr. Edia was amazing. He didn't know me from nowhere. He didn't know me, no. All he knows is I am his son's school father. I was in school one day and I heard I got a visitor. So now the visitor, someone came to call me. I came to meet the person, and the person introduced himself as my school son's uncle. I'm like, oh, great. So I met with this person, sat down, and then he told me what my school son's mother told him. That I told him about, the hardship, how to pay my fees, the registration fees, and then stuff like that. And so the father, who is at London, Mr. Edia, sent some money to be given to me to help me pay the fees. Now, I had already paid part of it. So when this uncle of my school son gave me the money, I paid the rest. And I had even some for my pocket. Why am I telling you this? For every situation or for everything that we happen to find ourselves, sometimes you plan on doing something, but you don't know how it will end. what I think is you only have to make a move. Make a step. A step will get you there. You make the first step, the second step, the third step, and before you know, you are there. Sometimes you might not even have any plans, but before you know, good Samaritans will just come in, and then before you know, things are just done the way you wanted it to be. I never planned that I could finish high school. I never planned that I could even finish paying my registration fees, not to talk about paying the arrears that I owe and all this. But God made a way. So I don't know what you are going through that you think your situation is just worse than everybody. No. People have gone through worse. Now we talk about it and we laugh about it. You know why? Because I feel like a conqueror. I feel like I won. It's a battle. For everybody, you have to go through something, a battle. And you have to fight. Fight with focus. When you win, then you can jubilate. You can talk about it and then you can laugh about it. But if you give up, then you become a loser. If I had given up because of all these hardships, I would have been a loser. Now, listen. Sometimes people make their situations, turn them into something that they're not supposed to be. But my situation, all these hardships that I went through, guess what? It didn't turn me into a thief or anything. I still remained in my best, my best person that I wanted to be, with a focus of achieving what I went to school for. It wasn't easy, but guess what? Always, the rich will get there, and the poor will also get there. Either you move faster or you move slowly, you're still gonna get there. You just have to have the focus. I got there, not because I had all that I needed to go to school, but because I was focused that I had to finish. And it happened. It worked out perfectly. If I want to talk more about my high school, then it will take us years to finish. I'm not going to go much into it. The last time, after the last video, a friend, Samuel Ellis, sent me a message. Something that I did that he remembers, which was kind of, tearful, but also funny now as we talk about it. But in those days, it was kind of disgraceful. And then we just laughed about it. If I have to put all these things in this video, like every day, then the high school stuff would take forever to finish. So I'm not gonna go much into it, but I just want to give you, an idea of how hard sometimes situations could be. It wasn't easy, but listen, I made it, and I made it through. You can also make it through. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Okay? You got this. Keep pushing. Don't think about what plans do I have and how do I even start. Make a step. Good Samaritans will come in and they're going to push you to wherever you need to go. Okay? I don't want to stretch it too much because we have a lot to talk about. Now, after high school, what did I even do? I was able to finish high school. What did I do after high school? How did I happen to be in the United States? How did I even get here? We have a lot to talk about, and I'm willing to share. Subscribe, share, and like. If you haven't already, hit the bell, try and then hit the bell right there so that whenever I post a video, you'll be the first person to watch. Until we meet again, thanks for watching, and thanks for always encouraging me. People who text me and then send me, stuff to encourage me, keep doing it. I listen to them in good heart and then in good mind. I will do my best to encourage people, to let people know that they are not alone. Whatever that they are going through, somebody has been there before. We will meet again. Until then, have a nice day and God bless. Bye.